Hey guys, what's up? Lord Michiru again here, your Lord of Video Games, and welcome to another episode of Trails of Cold Steel 3! Last episode, all we did was all the bonding events, and as you see, some of these charts have changed. Well, from last episode they're the same, but if you didn't watch last episode, they're different. But I do recommend you check out last episode. It was really intriguing, and we went through every single bonding event. The final bonding event, we saw each and every one of them, and we chose Lara as our waifu, because obviously that is the wife, that is the only one you should choose. I'm kidding, you guys can choose whoever you want. They're all great. They're all great choices. Alyssa, Emma, and Laura, and those who like Fee, but I don't know. Fee's like more like a little sister, in my opinion. But let's contact our students and let's advance the story without further ado. Should I go ahead and contact them? Students, free time will end and the main story will proceed. Yes. Alright then. Let's see what's going to happen. Rean contacted Class VII and returned to camp. They were followed shortly by fellow instructors and students of the branch campus. They took their time showering and changing into fresh uniforms, and only when they were truly confident did they leave with an eager bounce in their step to attend the celebrations. Altina with the bunny ears. Ah, it would seem they arrived before us. Main campus. Yep.
Huh, you took your sweet time.
Jesus, come on.
Come on now, we were just way too early.
Exactly, thank you.
Ada's really nervous.
I don't blame her. I'm nervous too.
I mean, I didn't go so far as that voice for that kid. I kinda hit the nail on the head.
Hey, you don't need to tell them that.
What are you so nervous about? It's just a party, right? The only reason you aren't nervous is that you lack common sense, Yuna. Same goes for you. Oh, Tina's been getting better. I'd say all three of you fit that bill nicely. Now, kids, don't worry, calm down.
Don't worry, Class 1. We're all going to have fun tonight.
It'll just be us branch campus instructors chaperoning you, but we'll make sure everything goes smoothly for all you students. Thank you, sir.
I know a lot has happened between us, but I appreciate it.
Instructor Rean? Could we get your autograph? Huh?
You guys! They've been wanting to ask you that forever, but they couldn't with the prince around. As for me, I've been wanting to talk with you about a few things, Instructor Herschel. With me? Oh my, how flattering.
No problem. We can all chat on the way to the palace.
Really?
What an honor.
Hey, you guys! They're surprisingly fun.
They're not so different from us, once you get to know them.
Maybe we can all be friends after all. Well, tonight will be our best chance to break the ice.
Let's put aside our school rivalry and just have fun tonight. My thoughts exactly. Well, we do have all of us in the main campus uniform, so we are from the main campus. Our rides are here. Let's get going, everyone. It may be me that I love the color red. Well, at least the logo's back to normal.
The highest rank. Marvelous.
Teacher of the Year.
Here's your reward.
Rank S. Glory Emblem. Jeez.
The top score. Excellent.
Jesus. We did so much this episode. Holy. Receipt of thank you gift from Monk. Aben sticker. Monkey see, monkey say. Completed. Huh? Ahmed medal for monk is a token of gratitude. Rean received an update from the copy of the Black Records. Rosine will have an assistance from Thomas in order to fully analyze Black Records 7. This is the thing you get from Vivi. Photo of Arier. Vivi la Erebonian. Little devil doll from Vivi is a token of gratitude. 10,000 Mira? Ooh, landscape legend. Alright, so we completed Monk and Vivi. All that's left is Rosine, I guess. Let's see what's gonna go on tonight. Off to Valflame Palace. Wait, at the racetrack? Villa Soleil. Oh, that's where the party is? I thought it was wait. Okay, guess it's here, not Valflame Palace. Huh. Hey! There they are, the power couple. And here comes the branch campus and main campus. Off goes the main campus. And the others from the branch campus. Jessica, join my class. Calm down. What? Calm down. Jeez, you saw how class, like, main campus entered? Don't go like, jeez, come on, guys. You're setting the branch campus reputation through the floor. You think, what a bunch of savages, they don't know how to act? To a royal party? Okay. Wait, that's where they're... Oh, that's where everybody else is gonna be. We're going to Valflame Palace. Okay. Everyone who's special and anyone. Hey, principal. Oh god, these two demons. The old Class 7. Oh god, I love it, you all. I wonder if we're gonna get an explanation for Gaius' mysterious power this episode. Wow. The moon larger than usual. Yeah, it almost looks magical. There's a blue moon tonight, when the night sky will be at its brightest. To Heimdallr's geographical location, it only happens every few years. Really? I remember seeing it during the summer festival a few years ago. I heard there was also a blue moon on the final day of the War's Alliance. It appeared after several consecutive red moons, which made it even more prominent. Though it seems improbable, that is what they say happened. That's good to know. Sounds too perfect if you ask me. You're Thors Branch Campus, right? Special operations class, right? Allow me to show you around. Unfortunately, we will need to check your belongings. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Obviously, we're going to royalty. We can't have guns or weapons on us. Watch if anything happens. We're just gonna have our swords on us, even though they checked us. Holy! Obviously, it's gonna be huge. Valflame Palace, front entrance. Jesus, it's way too big. That's what she said. Well. It is the center of the largest country on the continent. I bet you've been here before, yeah? Yes, but it's been some time.
When I attended Sinistria, the princess would invite me over occasionally. So, this is Prince Cedric's?
Yeah, the castle he'll inherit one day.
Ah, there all of you are. I've been waiting for you.
Princess Alphen?
No, Elise. Why am I so disappointed to hear my sister?
Ah, Elise. Hello?
Did you come all the way out here to escort us?
Yes, I thought I might show you around. Whoa, who's she? She's beautiful.
She knows guys in Class VII, right? Introduce us.
She's Instructor Schwarzer's little sister. It's nice to see you again.
She's also Princess Alphen's best friend.
It's nice to see you again as well. As for those of you who I don't recognize, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I'm sure it is, and it will be nothing more than that.
Anyway, please follow me. I'll guide you to Palflame Palace Esmella's garden.
All the guys were like, "Eeeh. Don't piss off the Ashen Chevalier." Valflame Palace, Esmella's Garden. Holy, so many people here. I mean, it is an important party to celebrate.
This is seriously over the top. There's even a waterfall. They've got butterflies. They even let out a number of different birds during the day.
All the walls are just huge windows? Damn, how much mirror did they sink into this into this place? It's evident the palace has been hosting important events for years. Live music? How elegant.
There are incredible important people everywhere I look. I'm starting to get lightheaded.
It would appear all of our guests have arrived.
Gilead. Oh! And the Emperor and Empress, and Prince and Princess. Your Majesty.
We owe our thanks to Adios and the Lionheart Emperor for seeing our nation through to this day. However, tonight, we must also honor those who have put in exceptional effort into ensuring the continuing peace and safety of Heimdallr. The students of Thors main campus and branch campus. Together, they halted a threat, all in time for the summer festival.
It's our duty.
I'm told many instructors, former students, and bracers assisted them in this monumental task. All of these brave people have already been recognized by the Imperial Household Agency, but let us give them yet another round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you. It's all my students. And my old classmates.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us feast, talk, and drain our glasses. We should all enjoy ourselves tonight. However, there will be a dance later, so be sure you don't drain too many glasses. Of course, it goes without saying that the students, including myself, will be prohibited from having any alcohol.
Ash is gonna die.
I was gonna sneak a few.
Hey,
Knew it.
you know you can't do that.
It's remarkable how much he's changed.
Now then, everyone, please raise your glasses.
Let us have a toast to this wonderful evening and the beginning of our festivities.
A toast.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Hey, there's no need to hide in the back.
This is a good opportunity. You should go and mingle with all the different people here.
You're right.
I think I'll go meet His Majesty first. Excuse me.
I'll go too. I'm so nervous. Alright, Guess it's time to go say hi to all the biggest bigwigs in Onia.
You really are fearless.
This is a very Yuna-esque course of action.
Guess I'll go grab some grub.
If you'll excuse me.
And there everyone goes.
Should we go too?
Yeah. Seems like we'll need to go say hello to quite a few people. Oh. This is... Oh, that's a lot of people we're gonna have to talk to. You know what that means? A lot of voices that I have to do. Let's go for these guys first.
Hello, Alyssa, Toa. Are you enjoying yourselves? We are, thank you. It's a really lovely party. I just wish Angie was here with us. But Prince Oliver promised he'd look into her disappearance. So I'm hoping to make a lot of memories tonight I can share with her once she's back. I'm sorry, Toa. But you're right. I'm sure she'd like that. Yeah, I can totally see her now, hanging on your every word. Oh, yes. There was something I wanted to ask you about, Toa. Is Rean as popular at campus as I suspect he is? Seeing the way Musée drapes herself all over him, I had to wonder. To be honest, I was wondering that myself. Knowing him, he'd keep his hands off his students, but still. Well, Rean is certainly admired by a lot of people. But when it comes to romantic feelings, the pool's a bit smaller. I see. And would you be swimming around in that pool by any chance? Me? I mean, I like him as a colleague, but... Something's definitely fishy. We may need to dive deeper into this topic.
I should slowly before they notice me. Yes, you should. Slowly. No, this seems like an interesting group.
Well, I was telling Sharon we should go out drinking together just the other day. And so, I decided to join her now. And I'm here too. Not for the booze though. There's some juicy stories going on.
Stories? What about?
Stories from 4 years ago. About how a certain son got in my way when I was trying to get back here from Northumbria.
Oh. Sharon. Yeah.
Last we met was when you requested my aid in stopping Lady Sarah. But first, we needed to make sure the Purple Lightning, the youngest A-rank bracer at the time, didn't interfere. So, we made sure she had a tough time coming back home from Northumbria. As a result, the Divine Blade had to postpone his return to Liberal. And so, the first stage of the Professor's brilliant gospel plan was complete. I've admitted what I did to Lady Sarah. Well, my love and loyalty belong to her family now. Back then, the fool contacted me personally and asked for my assistance. I didn't tell Chairman Arena the details, but she gave me leave regardless.
And since then, you've had contact with Ouroboros? Swear to Adios?
No, I swear on the Reinford family. This is pretty intense.
Well, if you're bringing the Reinford, then I know you're serious. Alright, I give up. I suppose you did get injured pretty badly when you went up against McBurn back in Crossbell. So, I'll believe you. When it comes to this, anyway.
Lady Sarah, thank you.
Alright, I love me a happy ending. Thinking back though, that getup you had on looked pretty tight, like a pretty tight fit. I think something like that really limits your movement. I can't believe you were able to slip out of my all week.
Well, as someone who dwells behind the scenes, I have a number of sneaky tricks at my disposal. I'd never be a match for you in a head-on battle, so please don't feel so embarrassed. You were unable to beat me back then.
Hey, who said I was embarrassed? You want to pick a fight now? Meet me outside the palace. Jeez. What? Millium by itself?
4 years ago, huh? That'd be about 1 year after Gramps took me in. I think I remember reading about this stuff on the files I borrowed from Lecter.
Huh?
Yes, that would make sense.
Wait, you mean the intelligence division knew about me and Sharon?
Nah, it wasn't about you. It was more about that S-rank bracer from Liberal. He had to come here from Liberal to help out the other bracers because you were stuck in Northumbria, right? The report was pretty detailed up until the part where the Jaeger Corps the Society was using got completely wiped out. Oh, and also sounded like they were monitoring Prince Oliver during his trip to Liberal.
Well, the intelligence division is impressive and just as terrifying.
Do you think they might have been Major Arundel who was monitoring him?
No doubt. I'm sure the orders came straight from the top of their little group. Man, Cassius really locked back in those days, but I haven't seen him since he quit being a bracer and went back to Liberal's army. A damn shame, too. He was quite the gentleman.
Yeah, he seemed like he'd be right up your alley for sure.
Small world. He and I are fellow disciples under Master Yun Kanfai.
It seems we all connected, though, through our acquaintances before we even knew each other.
Yeah.
How do you do, my Empress? As my father, Viscount Arcade, could not be here tonight, I, his daughter, greet you in his place. Ah, Laura, I haven't seen you in some time. I hear you've mastered your family sword style. I'm so happy to see you've grown so much. How much you've grown. Thank you for your kind words. Now I believe it's your turn. I'm Ada Grant of the Thors Military Academy main campus, Class 1. I'm truly indebted to your son and, I mean, indebted. I'm sorry,
She's tripping all over her words.
There's no need to be nervous. Cedric's told me all about his friends from class. I've also been told a certain bright young lady who excels in both her studies and her activities. Thank you for being such a wonderful friend to my son. That's, such kind words are wasted on me. I'm Una Crawford of Thors Branch Campus. It's an honor to meet you, Your Highness. Ah, so Alvin told me about you and what happened in Crossbell. Further, allow me to apologize for my son's behavior towards those of you in the branch campus. Huh? Don't worry, there's no need for that. I think our size in Crossbell turned out for the best. It really made me reevaluate myself. Now I have a better idea of sort of things I can do to help moving forward. For a better future, not just for Crossbell, but for Erebonian. Well said. It's clear to me you carry the spirit of Class 7 quite admirably. I sincerely believe the people of Erebonian could learn from that positive of yours. Thank you so much, all of you, for what you've done to this country and for what you will do in the future, Una, Ada, and Laura. Of course! I won't let you down. I swear on my sword and soul. I'll continue to do all I can, Your Highness.
And nobody then said, what is this? This is so many people. Yeesh.
Ah, Rean.
It's good to see you again, Your Highness. We haven't spoken since last year, I think.
That's right. I can tell you've grown wonderfully since then. Allow me to apologize again regarding Cedric's behavior. Though I'm sure Alvin and Oliver have already said the same thing to you.
No, please, it's fine. After everything that's gone on in the last few days, it's all water under the bridge now. I'm just happy to see he's much better now, considering everything he went through last year.
I suppose that's a good way to look at things. I shouldn't hold you here too long. I'm sure there are many people who would like to speak with you, so please enjoy yourself.
Thank you, Your Highness. So formal. Hey there, you two. I heard you both introduce yourselves to the Empress. Good job.
Oh, Instructor Rean. Instructor, perhaps you should consider teaching your students basic manners when speaking with nobility. When she began casually discussing her past grievances with a member of the imperial family, my breath caught in my throat. Oh, yeah? Are you sure you weren't just choking on your words again? There's no need to bring that up.
These two make for quite a pair. I am Patrick Hyarms, third son of the Hyarms house. I'm ashamed that I haven't introduced myself to you before now, sir.
There's no need to be so formal, Patrick. Besides, it's a bit rare that I'm even in Erebonia, so I'm partially to blame.
I've heard you're quite the traveler. Speaking of, Mr. Warzel here tells me you visit Nord quite often. That's right, nearly every year. By this point, he's pretty much one of the family.
I just can't get enough of the beautiful expanses of land there. On top of that, the clean air does these old bones good. I had a cabin built by the lakeside a few years back. It's such a tranquil place.
It sounds lovely. Schwarzer's told me about the time he spent there, but I've never been.
Nord is truly stupendous. The endless stretches of land, the free-flowing breeze, not to mention the kindness of hospitable people. When I'm in Nord, it's like all the troubles of the world weighing down on my mind blow away with the wind.
Why, hearing all that makes me more intrigued than ever. Honestly, I felt fairly troubled myself lately. Oh, it was plain to see you had a lot to deal with back in Ordis. You should come visit sometime if schedules line up. I'll show you around. If our schedules line up, I'll show you around. I appreciate the offer. No, and Warzel, I'd like to take this chance to apologize for saying such awful things about you back when we were students. No, I completely forgotten. It's fine. I knew the time you weren't thinking clearly. I appreciate the apology, though. Thank you.
Oh, hello. When did you show up?
About halfway through.
You've truly is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, guys, Patrick, I'm happy for both of you. So by incorporating these new mathematical models, the country's economy can be developed even further? Correct. Economics is nothing more than a model based off sociology and collective psychology. It would be mathematics had no bearing on it. You're right, of course. I suppose one could say the same of music theory.
Huh? Really? Music and math seem like completely different fields to me.
Sound is simply different frequencies and wavelengths of vibrations in the air, things easily converted into equations. Whether expressed in sound or in formulas, beautiful music remains beautiful.
It seems kind of crazy to hear it put that way, but...
Yeah, the way he talks about it, it's strangely compelling. Professor, would you be able to share an example of that with us?
Yeah, I'm curious too.
These two seem pretty interested in what the professor has to say. I'm a little surprised to hear he has any hobbies at all, but I guess out of everything, music makes the most sense for him. Yeah, you're listening to music all crammed into a lab.
Was that really 2 years ago? Dang. Yes, the hot springs in Ymir were lovely, but so was the food. I'd like to go back with everyone again sometime.
You all seem to be having a good time. Sounded like you were talking about Ymir.
Oh, Rean. Yes, we're talking about the trip everyone took there together. Yes, the hot springs paradise, Ymir, hometown of both Instructor Rean and Elise. I've been there before as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. But you weren't exactly there for vacation or anything.
Yeah, kidnapping Elise and the princess isn't really a touristy activity. But that was just for your mission, right? Have you ever been there for fun? No. I generally don't go anywhere unless required by a mission. Oh, that's a shame.
Come to think of it, I've known Altina a little while now, and I've never seen her go anywhere for fun.
Growing up in Jaegerkorps, I sorta know how that is. So that means you've never gone to Emir's hot springs then? Correct. I admit I'm a little curious about them. For example, how does bathing in a hot spring differ from a normal bath? It's a world of difference. To put it simply, it's bliss. It's like bathing must be like in heaven. The difference is that significant?
Psst. Elise, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Sure am. Altina, how would you like to come visit Emir sometime? I'd like to give you a proper tour of the town, if we could. Are you sure? Of course, we'd love to have you. Do it. It'll be fun. In fact, maybe you should go with everyone in your class. Okay. Thank you. I'll come visit. We'll hold you to that.
Now we have another promise to look forward to. When the time comes, I'll have to do my best to be a good host. It seems both branch and main campuses have promising young cadets this year. In fact, if you two are headed to the army after you graduate, I'll gladly welcome you to the 4th Armor Division. It's an honor to hear that from the Red himself, but I prefer to by his sign as Cedric's sign in whatever way possible. Sounds like you just got shut down, old man. So it seems. How about you then? Care to join the 4th? Sorry, but I'm not into hanging out with a bunch of muscleheads. But if you got a ton of cuties, like the icy maiden, maybe I'll think about it. Well, I wouldn't say tons, but we got a few. Just between you and me, though, simply being part of the 4th is enough to send ladies swooning into the streets as you pass. Whatever you use this little perk to your own ends is entirely up to you. Seriously? Alright, now we're talking, old man. Hey, eyebrows. That all it takes to tear you away from our beloved prince? Maybe there's hope for you after all. What do you mean by that? I'm so loyal to the prince. Oh, and don't call me eyebrows. Seems like a rowdy group. So, you learned your swordplay from my brother, then? Yes. Though before that, Lecter taught me some basics. But since his style is, shall we say, highly improvisational, I consider Rufus my true teacher. That said, he only trained me for a short while, when I was still Heimdallr. You only receive training and you become this strong? I'm impressed. I've heard Governor General Rufus' court fencing are second to none, so I'm sure his lessons were very thorough. They are indeed. My brother started teaching me when I was 10. I've been training since then in hopes of surpassing him. I can only wonder how close I've gotten. Perhaps you'll have the opportunity to find out before too long. What about you, Kurt? When are you planning to be able to surpass your father? I'm sure you know just as well as I do, but much different level from normal people. It's almost inhuman. My father's starting to feel his age, but it's said he's still nearly as strong as the Radiant Blade Master. I'd have to spend decades training to even reach them, much less surpass them. The Thunder God. I doubt even my brother could prove a match for him. If there were anyone in Erebonian who would prove a match, it would likely be the Rakshasa, or perhaps... Looks like conversation's really starting to heat up. Oh, Instructor Rean. You've come at the perfect time. Join us, Instructor. We were just discussing swordplay. Come, join us as a disciple of the 8 Leaves. And my audio popped out. There we go. Well, if you insist. I guess when you get enough Erebonian men in one place, it's only a matter of time before we start talking about swords. Yeah. And so the group enjoyed a spirited discussion about sword styles both within the Empire and without.
Rean, a moment if you would. Your Highness. I'd like to thank you. I hear you agreed to share Alphen's first dance tonight. I'm sure she's just beside herself with happiness. Hold on a second. I thought she was keen about that. Given the current atmosphere, I think I can accept. Oh, is that so? It seems to me those rumors that have been spreading like wildfire lately may be more than just talk. But I think the Ashen Chevalier is more than qualified to be a partner for my sister. Perhaps even beyond tonight's dances, if you know what I mean. No. I mean, I'm nowhere near qualified for that. Well, unfortunately for you, Alphen's first dance is part of tonight's schedule. If there's already someone you're planning to have a future with, then that's that, I suppose. But would you dance with her tonight, regardless? Think of it as a favor, not only for my sister, but the entire family. There's still plenty of time before the dance. Do think it over. Ouch. Let's see these three. Chairman Arena, Major Claire, and Muse. You three sure make an interesting group. I thought I might use this opportunity to scout out some promising talent. The IC mating here oversees logistics of our Empire's railroad system. Were you to join RF, I would ensure you were immediately placed in a position worthy of your talents. I'm flattered, but I think military logistics and business logistics may be a bit too different. Oh, I don't know about that. In both warfare and business, you need to efficiently locate limited personnel and resources. I'm sure Major Claire would make a wonderful businesswoman. An excellent analysis. Muse Egret, in the reports you submitted about the arts rifle and the Kestrel. If you can't decide what to do after you graduate, I'll have a spot waiting for you at RF2. For that matter, the RMP would welcome your talents too. I'm sure you may have some concerns regarding your house, but I'm sure I can be of help. Why, thank you. I'm flattered. Chairman Arena and Major Claire are always ready to scout out a new hire. These two have an ulterior motive, or am I just overthinking it? Slowly.
It is a great honor to have been invited here.
This on top of what you did for us following the Northern War. I can't even begin to properly show my gratitude.
Raise your heads, both of you. I've already pardoned you for what happened in the Civil War. Given how much you've contributed since then, there's no need to revisit the past. Wouldn't you agree, Marquis High Arms?
Wholeheartedly. The Civil War was a product of the four great houses. Personally, I feel I'm the one who deserves to be locked away for a while.
No more of that talk from you either. Were you to be detained, half the Empire would cease functioning. Had Lord Ragnar been here in Heimdallr, I would have loved for him to join us tonight.
As would I. Perhaps we should schedule a meeting with him soon.
That aside, I hear both of you played a very active role during the events in Lemire. You faced the blazing demon Brigadier General, while the General went toe-to-toe with the Steel Maiden. You heard correctly. That monster is set to be a match even for the Radiant Blade Master. The best I could do was hold him off. I will say that battle was a very rare and valuable experience, though I'd also be interested in seeing your 100 form military combat techniques.
Haha, that certainly takes me back, but I fear those days are behind me. If Van Dykes isn't old yet to retire from the front lines, then you certainly aren't either. Not to mention Victor, Mateus, and Zix. Perhaps this is a bit childish of me, but given all of Erebonia's famed swordsmen, I can't help but wonder, which is the greatest among them? I heard Liberal has held swordsmanship tournaments before. Were our fighters to participate, it would undoubtedly be quite the spectacle. Oliver tells me foreigners here were welcome to join. If the opportunity presents itself, I'd love to take part. My, I fear he may have awakened a sleeping tiger. I don't think I should interrupt this conversation. Oh well, I'll look for another opportunity. But Principal Le Guin sure is something. She doesn't hold herself back at all, even when talking to him. Okay. Now they leave, now I can go. Yeah, but everybody's going there. There are even more people now. I should wait it out a bit longer. Oh! Oh my god. Why do you do this to me, game? My voice is gonna kill me. Well, hello there, Marquis. It's been a while, eh? A little over a year, if I'm remembering right. Ah, yes. We spoke when the province was having those flooding issues. The dam you oversaw construction of has been working excellently. It has already gone a long way towards improving the livelihoods of our local farmers. I'm glad to hear it. It's a good thing we were able to proceed with the project free of my demon daughter's influence.
My, Master Gwyn.
Well, the chairman has only been a great help to us too, in her own way. Ah, and you must be Sharon. I hear your efforts were indispensable in helping us expand St. Ark's airport. Celestine was truly grateful for the assistance.
Oh, I was only working in Chairman Arena's stead. Besides, Mr. Celestine, finesse is getting permission from the railways was just as important.
Oh, that reminds me. Didn't you work with Celestine at the main campus last year? A super butler and super maiden working together shoulder to shoulder. And maybe the two of them pressed more than together. Well, he's 30 years old now, and like a son to me. I'd be happy to discuss arrangements between the two.
Oh, no. It would be far too great of an honor for me.
That's cute. Well, they're having fun. I'm surprised by how many people the Rhineforge know. I guess it makes sense, though, given how big their company is. Marcus Hirams? Ah, Rean, it's good to see you again. I hear you've been working more miracles in the other provinces, just as you did in the Sutherland. It wasn't just me. I had help from a huge number of people. I saw you speaking with the Emperor and the Chancellor earlier. Yes, I saw General Le Guin and Brigadier General heading to present themselves, and I couldn't help but be nosy and go stand with them. I wouldn't call it nosiness. You have a genuine concern for others. That's what we need in times like this. By the way, is Celestine here with you? Ah, he is with my oldest son at the party City Hall is hosting. I hope he's been helpful to those of you at the branch campus. Helpful? If I start to list off everything he's done for us, we'd be here all night.
Thank you for all the equipment you provided to the branch campus, Chairman Arena. Alyssa's been a big help too. We really can't thank the RF company enough.
Well, my daughter aside, the reports you've been sending us have been just as helpful. And Emma, I'd like to thank you for all the data you provided us on the Ouroboros staff.
Oh, it was no trouble at all. Thank you for letting me use it.
There really is a lot of talent here at this party tonight. If either of you have any complaints about your current positions, just let me know. I'll have positions that are worthy of your talents prepared in an instant.
And that's so nice of you to offer, but I'm happy where I am right now. Yes, so am I.
Looks like she's still in recruitment mode. Prince Cedric, it's been far too long. You're right. It has been a few years, hasn't it, Patrick? And you're Ash, right? I think this is the first time we've spoken one-on-one like this. Probably that's what he said. Yeah, guess so. We had our problems, but can't say I don't like your style. Every time we run into you, you say some shit that really stirs things up. My word, have you forgotten this is the Crown Prince? Show him some respect. He's right, Ash. Well, if it isn't Rean, again. Don't worry about Ash. I'm glad for the chance to just be able to talk like this with someone my own age. Hear that? I got the okay, straight from the Imperial family. Even so, you need to be more respectful. Like I said, don't worry, it's fine. Anyway, I assume you're here to give me your reply about the upcoming dance with my sister? What did you just say? For real? That was a last minute sort of thing. So the rumors were true after all? Well, no matter. If you're dancing with the princess, then I'll be able to dance with Elise. Dance? With Elise? What exactly makes you think you can do that? Why do you always make that same terrifying smile? I think I finally met everyone else I needed to.
I'm glad you can take a little rest now. It must be tough being the head of one of the 4 great houses. Why do you even need to do all that boring stuff? Just let loose. It's supposed to be a party.
It's not that simple. Or to just let loose here, it will create problems in the future. I will do everything I can to fulfill my duty as head of the Albarea family.
Hey now, if your brows get any fur, your head's gonna crack like an egg. Let me give you face massages. I'll get you nice and unfurrowed in no time.
No, you won't. Why does this sort of thing always happen with you? Do you even realize the problems that would cause here? Besides, you're a young lady now, so...
Gonna getcha! Oh, you two.
You guys sure are having fun.
These two never change, do they? But...
What's wrong?
Maybe I'm just reading it too much, but does it seem like Eustace and Milliam are always together these days? Do you think maybe...
Quit hanging on to me like that.
Nope. Scratch that thought.
Yeah. I say they're more like brother and sister that get along really well.
Coming from you, Rean, I'm not quite sure how to take that. Well, so that was when you and Brigadier General Bardius first met. I'm sure your little duel ended up wrecking everything around you for the whole siege.
Well, duels are an excellent way to deepen one's bonds.
That is true, isn't it, Fee? Now that you mention it, I guess so, yeah.
Taking a trip down memory lane, I see.
Yes, we're listening to Countess Le Guin's tales from when she was a student. After the school year began, she took control of the fencing club and declared war on all the other clubs. She beat the swimming club in a swimming race, the chess club at chess. Any club that lost her had to join the fencing club. Finally, she challenged Brigadier General Bardius, the president of the riding club, to a jousting match.
I don't even know where to start with that. I didn't even know General Bardius went to Thors too.
The match went on for 2 hours without a winner. It finally ended in a draw when we knocked each other off our horses simultaneously. It was at that moment that Wallace became an important person to me. He's my right hand and my comrade, a rival and a partner. As a fellow swordsman, I'm jealous of you. Having someone like that would be incredible. Someone who's a nemesis, but also a friend. I think I get it. Since we have a chance, I'd like to hear your stories too. I wonder about Laura, but I'm sure your history is just as fascinating. Have you by chance met the leader of the Red Constellation? Perhaps the War God? Or maybe an S-rank bracer? I've seen the War God's successor, but I haven't seen any of the S-rank bracers yet. Well, it's understandable. There are only a small handful of them in the entire continent after all. They're really getting into the conversation now. I shouldn't be surprised that Aurelia knew Laura, and I think she'll get along great with Fee too. It's an honor to be able to speak with you, Your Highness. My name is Musette Egret. I apologize for not being able to meet you before now. That is not quite true. I remember you visiting the palace about 13 years ago when your parents were still alive. The two of us first met back then. It was the first time you met Alphen too. I remember the two of you playing and laughing. I had no idea. Now that you mention it, I have a few fuzzy memories. I think I was about 4 at the time, so she must have been 3. At the time, I could never have guessed what was going to happen to your parents. Those words may be far too late, but my heart goes out to you for your loss. No, I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words.
I guess this is the first time they were able to talk like this. But if her parents came to visit the palace, that must mean... Yep. Oh, now I just join again? Introducing yourself to the Empress Musée?
Why, yes. I've lived in Heimdallr for some time now, but I've never had the chance to speak with her. I'm glad I was able to put one of my regrets to rest. I'm sorry it took so long, Musée. Mother had actually been asking me to set up a meeting with you for a little while, but everything that happened. I'm glad you two were finally able to speak, though. Thank you, Alphen.
I guess Musée's circumstances are more complicated than I thought. But I'm glad to hear she has the Empress and Princess Alphen looking out for her.
Oh, so Instructor Rean. Are there any truth to the rumors you'll be dancing the princess later this evening? I suppose Cedric has been planning for that, but... Well, I did ask before. I'm sure now it would be difficult for you to accept, Rean. I explained things to Cedric, so everything should be fine now, and... Is it still happening regardless?
I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding, but... Rean told them about the conversation he'd had with Cedric earlier regarding the dance.
He did what? Is he still going ahead with this behind my back? I suppose it's been set in stone, little by little. I'm sure the two of you will look great together, but I can't help but feel a little jealous. And poor Elise. Yes, that's what's been bothering me the most.
Huh? What does Elise have to do with this?
What?
He doesn't know.
Anyway, Musée, please lend me your help. I'm sure that insidious mind of yours can come up with a plan. That's quite a way to ask for help, but I'll accept. After all, how could I say no to helping both Elise and my dearest instructor?
They've gone off into their little own world. I should start mentally preparing for the dance. Yes, yes indeed.
I heard Musée was once one of your students. I'm truly happy I was able to get a chance to speak with her.
I'm not too familiar with everything that's happening over in Lemire. I get the feeling she has some complications there.
I'm sure she'll be able to tell you about it eventually, one way or another. We seem to be surrounded by so many tragic stories since Oliver's past. The way he lost his mother was truly heartbreaking.
I've heard a few rumors, like how she was born a commoner.
Yes, she was the one the Emperor was truly in love with. I remember I was a humble maid back then. They lived far from Heimdallr, and he was always trying to find ways to get her to live in the palace with him.
Is it okay for me to be hearing about this?
Oh, it's fine. Nearly everyone here at the palace already knows. However, after she passed, he accepted the throne and ended up choosing someone from a small noble family to be his wife. Me. I went through some troubles, but eventually Oliver began living with us, and I was blessed with my daughter and son. His Majesty has given Alphen and Cedric his whole heart as their father, but... I'm sorry, I shouldn't be discussing such things.
No, it's fine. Prince Oliver has the party City Hall is hosting tonight, right?
Yes, he's there representing the Imperial family. I hope things will begin to change for the better here at the palace, and for the Vander family too.
Yes, I hope for that too. Machias, Kurt, and Fritz, what are you three talking about?
We're discussing chess. Would you care to join in?
That makes sense now that I think about it. I had no idea Machias was also in a chess club. To have entered the tournament he must be really skilled. Oh, you were in a tournament?
Yeah, there was an amateur class tournament going on the other day.
I happened to have the day off, so I figured it might be fun. But I ended up losing in the semifinals. Oh wow, even getting to semifinals is impressive on its own. I agree. Even though it was for amateurs, the people who place high in those tournaments are often just as good as some of pros. Would you mind telling me more about it?
Sure thing.
It's always nice to see people bond over shared hobbies. Hello, you two. You seem like you're talking about something interesting.
We're in the middle of discussing military technology in recent years. There's no stopping the march of progress. We got weapons today that people couldn't ever have dreamed of just over a decade.
That's true. Panzer Soldats, the archaisms, even the railway cannons.
Not to mention certain countries have fully functional orbital networks. Soon enough, we might even get to the point where even bracers will need to know how to use an orbital terminal.
If you can't use an orbital terminal, then the future will be bleak for you.
What do you mean?
Technology advances in recent years are due to the development of higher-level orbital arithmetic logic units. The orbital network works to connect those. As more and more are linked, the possibilities become endless. This new technology is far more advanced than anything that came before it. In fact, I'll go as far as to say we're living through the second orbital revolution.
No kidding.
If you're saying that, this is happening as we speak then.
And now this is going like quite a fascinating little chat. Oh?
Hey there, Lecter. So there you are.
Yeah, I was off doing a few patrols at the palace. Seems like the palace is secure though. Whew. All that walking really worked up an appetite. I'm about to be all over this buffet. By the time I'm done, it'll probably be all over for me too. With the way you act, no one would ever know you're a major. Oh yeah, how's the progress on those Ramdas, Professor?
Right, those were the battle ornaments the Calvardian agents were using. Don't be impatient. I've only begun the analysis. For my first look at them, though, I can tell they're excellently made. Their most noteworthy quality, so far, will only function when activated by their owners. Thus far, we've only gotten from analysis have been reams of junk data.
Well, maybe use their unique qualities, each person's spirit, as a kind of key. As a person's spirit is definitely something you can't just crank out a copy of. Could be they got spirit. It's a completely secure system. Probably called the spirit code or something like that.
How did you know all this?
I don't know a thing. I'm just pulling all this from the usual place.
Those were all guesses. You need to give up logical explanations to support your hypothesis.
Lecter was telling me about his intuition earlier today, but sheesh, these two. Yep, like a bucket of water and a pile of baking soda. This will probably go on for a while, so let's just let them fight it out.
I don't even know if that's the best option.
Excuse me, are you Miss Elisa Ryan for the RF group? You're one of the members of the Class VII, right? The ones who saved Cedric's life in the Civil War? And now you're the director of the 4th Development Division. I saw the interview you had with the Imperial Chronicle. It was so inspiring. My name's Ada Grant. I'm from Class 1 at Thors main campus, and it's really an honor to meet you. Ah, that's really flattering. Thank you. I'm happy to meet you too, Ada. I think you might be overselling me a bit, though. There's no need to be modest, Alyssa. You really are an incredible woman. Exactly. It's one of my goals to be even half as lovely and skilled as you are. Wow. Well, from what I hear, you're pretty skilled already. You've got second place in the midterm exams out of both Thors campuses combined. Right? Those are just grades. When I think about everything you and your class accomplished, scoring high on a test seems so insignificant. Nonsense. You shouldn't ever devalue your own hard work. Maybe you should just come work for me after you graduate. Just kidding. I think you stumbled into silence. Sorry, I still haven't decided to do what after I graduate. Don't stress over it. Just keep it in mind as one of your potential choices. I will. Thank you so much.
Looks like Elise is in recruitment mode too. Although Ada seems to know a lot about Class 7. Wonder if that's the reason she enrolled in Thors in the first place. That might be, and we get to talk to them again.
Because of the restructuring of the main campus this year, we students are being strongly encouraged to get jobs in the military or government. We've been agonizing over what I should do. I've been agonizing over what I should do even before I enrolled at Thors. Actually, I considered going to Sinister at one point. You don't say? Yes, I knew Prince Alphen was attending the school, and I thought I might be able to find a path to go there. But then I heard about a heroic group of students from Thors fighting in the Civil War. That's what led to my decision. I'm happy to hear we were able to inspire you like that. Now she can carry on the Thors spirit just like you did. I suppose no matter which school you ended up choosing, you would have been able to meet someone from the Imperial family. I almost wish we could have gone to school together. But of course, we can still be friends now. I look forward to seeing you more in the future, Ada. Yes, so do I. She may not be related to Instructor Rean by blood, but she's just as wonderful as a person as he is. Is everything alright? No, yes. Sorry, it's nothing. Looks to me like you're still agonizing over what to do after graduation. No, it was something else. I mean...
I'm happy to see that the three of them getting along so well. There you are, Yuna and Altina, talking with Major Claire, I see.
Instructor. Well, hello there. You've been bouncing between the different chats the whole night, Instructor.
Well, a chance to talk with all these different people doesn't come often. I need to make the most of it. I remember that Yuna, knew Claire from before, but had you met her before the start of the school year, Altina?
Yes. She often looked after Milliam and me when we went on joint missions. We haven't had a good chance to talk with each other like this since back when I was still in the police academy. She's really helped me out a lot back then. Huh, Yuna. It was nothing. What precisely did the Major help with?
If you're comfortable with sharing it with us, that is.
Oh, well, it's old news by now, but it happened at the end of last year. After Lloyd was branded criminal, I started protesting to the military police HQ. But the new head of the department was from Erebonian, and he revoked all academic credits I gained.
For protesting? How could he even do that?
Such actions were both beyond his rights and unfounded. Precisely. I felt it was completely uncalled for, so I stepped in. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get all her units back. But we managed to get about half of them reinstated. And we reached an agreement where I'd be able to get another half of my back by attending a different school. Now I see.
Yeah, so that's how you ended up at the branch campus.
Correct. I thought it would benefit her more than simply retaking the same class as the Military Police Academy. I heard a new Class 7 was going to be formed, so I recommended her to the branch campus. Well, I had no idea. I was pretty ticked off at the time, but now I feel like everything worked out for the best. If I continued at the police academy and joined the military police, I probably would have exploded from stress. But don't think this means I was happy to be in your class or anything, baka. Oh yeah? That's a shame. But does this mean you're going to leave us once you get your units? Oh. Well... After going through all that just to get here, there's no way I'm gonna up and leave you guys. There's so many things I want to do here now, and besides, I need to stick around to look after you, Allie. Well, as far as schoolwork is concerned, I'm the one who looks after you. I'm glad you found such a good place for yourself, Yuna. Character note added Yuna. Oh, so we're getting character notes here too. Cool. What's going on here?
I didn't expect the chance to speak with you, Brigadier General. The Black Whirlwind of Sutherland himself. Last time I saw you was in the final battle of the Civil War.
Good to see you again too, General. It was a real shame that the Infernal Castle got in our way. I would have liked the chance to test myself against the legendary 4th Armored Division. It would have been an honor to even slow you down.
Haha, quit your joking. Between your prowess piloting a Panzer Soldat and your spear skills, you'd have done a lot more than slowed us down. These Nordspiel techniques are really something else. Are you training them as well by any chance?
Why, yes I am.
Though I hear skills of the Brigadier Bardius family are even more polished.
It's thanks to my family, having lived in Erebonian for so long, we incorporated certain aspects of Imperial spear techniques into our style. We've got a bit of the Schleiden style, the Vander style, and even a few mixed for the Eisenritter mixed in. I'm actually a little jealous of the pure Nord style you use.
Well, to be honest, my style isn't completely Nord these days. All this talk about styles, I only train about 104 military combat. They taught us at Military Academy. I'm jealous of both of you for being able to discuss martial arts with such depth.
You're a master of combat in your own way, General. Speaking of military combat style, I hear it's been going through a number of changes lately according to Panzer Soldats. I'm sure a right-hand man is quite the pilot.
Neidhart, he's one of the best, of course. But even then, I doubt he'd be a match for you, Brigadier General. Maybe General Van Dyke would be a better sparring partner?
I think I'll leave him to Lady Aurelia.
Looking at them now, you wouldn't know these two men on the battlefield at the end of the Civil War. Now that I think of it, Gaius is acquainted with both of them. He knows General Craig through Elliot, and what I've heard, Gaius and Brigadier General Bardius were both taught by one of the traveling priests.
Now what, back again?
Well, let's go back here again and see. And so the party continued, with Rean never getting an opening to talk with the Chancellor. With the party in full swing, people began gathering in the center of the garden.
Ooh, the dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. To start us off, my sister Alphin will have the first dance. The way I hear it, people all across the Empire have been awaiting this moment for years.
Oh boy.
Like me, she is now 17 years old, and this dance will serve as her debut into high society. Her first dance will be a certain instructor at Thors Military Academy.
Of course.
None other than the Ashen Chevalier, Rean Schwarzer.
He took it up.
So then he's the princess's...
I hear he's only the son of a baron, but I suppose it's okay these days.
Jeez.
He seems to carry himself well.
Sure enough.
Yeah, there have been rumors going around like wildfire.
It's a huge honor, I guess.
Yes, he shall be the princess's first.
Sounds dirty when you put it that way. Fee?
It does,
Classy,
though.
guys.
He was drowning in fame before, and now everyone's talking like him and the princess are already married.
Yeah, seems like everyone's reading way too much into this.
Well, to some degree, yes.
However will this play out, I wonder?
I suppose this is... To tell the truth, I'm actually already acquainted with Mr. Rean Schwarzer.
Okay.
He's the older brother of my dearest friend. Allow me to introduce Elise Schwarzer. She is the student council president at St. Estrella Girls' School. Princess? And she'll be making her debut into high society alongside me tonight. Rean will choose which of us he dances with.
What?
Whoever he chooses, there will be no hard feelings.
Very well played, Princess.
Aw, what an adorable workaround.
She really is something else.
Princess.
You're a real lifesaver. I will respectfully take both the hand of my sister and her best friend, the princess. It might be a bit unorthodox, but please, allow us Schwarzer siblings to have the first dance.
Aw. Oh. Okay, Rean. Got some fancy feet there.
Aw. I wonder whose idea this was.
Yours.
My word. Can one man truly be this lucky?
Lucky enough to dodge that bullet, you mean?
Yes. Had he danced with the princess first, the whole city would be planning their honeymoon by now.
Yep.
However, since he and his sister danced first, that ship has sailed, as it were.
Oh, Alphin.
That Ashen Chevalier is certainly quite the man. Wouldn't you agree?
You can thank Baron Schwarzer for raising him that way.
Now, all you young people here with us, follow their lead and enjoy yourselves. The summer festival's blue moon shines on us this night. I am certain the spirits are especially riled. So, let us give them a show.
We shall. Can I choose my dance partner? Because I want to dance with Laura. Kurt and Yuna, that's cute. Aww. Machias and Emma. Ugh, come on, Rean. Not Alyssa. Oh? Musei and Ash? Oh, no. Oh, look at that. Altina and Rean. Oh, Lecter and Claire. Oh, he got to dance with her. He got to dance with Elise. Aww. Look at Yuna. I didn't dance with Laura. Come on, guys.
My apologies for arriving so late.
Who? Rufus.
Rufus? Ah, so good to see you.
Is that Governor General Rufus? I didn't know he was coming.
Me neither.
It seems you've stolen the spotlight all to yourself.
To tell the truth, I was at a party held by the Imperial Household Agency. I wish to greet His Highness Olivert, Governor Regnitz, Lord Ragnar, and Viscount Arcade before making my way here.
I see.
Thank you for your courtesy.
The night is yet young, and the party has only just begun. Bring out more food and drinks. Please continue to enjoy yourselves, by all means.
No. This party sure is amazing. And there goes the Emperor.
You, sis, come with me. Let us catch up, my dear brother. Machias, Elisa, Elliot, and Laura as well. Join us. I'm sure we've much to talk about.
In that case, I shall call upon Ms. Valestein and Ms. Herschel. Come, allow me to introduce you to the Empress.
What's this about all of a sudden?
I don't know, but there's no way we can refuse.
Why just us, though? Does it have something to do with our families?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
May as well get going then.
I suppose I'll go.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're talking about. Think we should follow?
Yeah.
Rean!
Oh, Claire!
What's wrong?
Well, this may come as a surprise, but a certain someone would like to speak with you.
Who?
You mean...
The someone who just left, perhaps?
Yeah.
Understood. I'll be going, everyone.
Yes. Good luck.
Try not to be too nervous.
I won't. I'll be fine.
Rean? Instructor?
Huh.
Just go straight to the end of the hall, then make a right.
There's the back room.
Yes, let's go.
Sorry for the quiet. I'm so into this and I have no idea what to expect. Greetings. His Majesty is waiting. Please enter. With the Emperor?
Sir Rean Schwarzer has arrived.
Very good. See him in.
I thought it was with the Chancellor. Pause because you entered a blocked scene.
I apologize for calling you here like this, Instructor Schwarzer.
No, it's an honor to have an audience with the Emperor.
Your dances with your sister and Alphen were a sight to behold.
I gotta know about Rean's past, that's why.
Your skills as a lead were just as impressive as the rumors suggested. I'm sure my daughter was very happy.
Well...
I'm only joking. You've helped out Olivert numerous times. You've rescued Alphen twice. And you saved Cedric's life at the end of the Civil War. My entire family is grateful for everything you and the rest of Class VII has done. As the Awakener of the Ashen Knight, the very same one my ancestor once piloted, you have saved many lives and averted many crises.
So you knew the truth about Emperor Dreikels?
Yes, indeed. As well as the relationship between the Chancellor and yourself.
So he knows, yeah.
You know that, too?
Yes, I figured it out somewhere along the way. When I asked, the Chancellor didn't deny it, so I took that to mean my suspicions were correct. He and I have much in common. Both of us have lost loved ones to the foolish schemes of others.
I've heard about the Chancellor, but Your Highness?
It happened long ago. Have you perhaps heard anything regarding Olivert's birth mother?
I may have heard a rumor once. Apparently she was a commoner, but she passed away tragically.
Yeah. The two of us enrolled at Thors in the same year. She was a commoner, but her intelligence, grace, and bright smile were anything but common. We'd fight at times, but eventually we fell in love. Though both of us were young, we became involved with each other. She ended up dropping out of school and returning to her hometown. Then some time later, I found she had given birth to a boy. That boy was Oliver. Aww. I was still crown prince at the time. I wanted to make her my empress, but she refused. I was at least able to send one of the vendors to guard her. Mueller. My father and the lords of 4 great houses had been pestering me to get married for years, but I held out and hoped she'd change her mind. However, when my father fell ill, a group of Jaegers seeking favor with one of the 4 great houses attacked her and Olivert. The oldest son of the Bander family managed to save Olivert, but she lost her life. My father passed on. I had lost her. I welcomed Olivert as the one ray of light left in my life, and officially announced he was my son. Shortly thereafter, I married to ensure this tragedy would not repeat itself. She was the daughter of a small noble family working as a maid. Priscilla accepted my courtship, despite knowing that my heart still belonged to my first love. Oliver seemed intent on wheeling himself off from everyone in the palace, but Priscilla was able to get him to open up. He finally accepted me as his father, and when the twins were born, he was just as happy as the rest of us, if not more so. And so, that is the messy history of the current imperial family. That is quite the history.
I had no idea, but are you sure it's all right to tell me all this?
It's no great secret. Most of the larger noble families already know. But my point is this. Both the Chancellor and I lost loved ones, but our sons yet live. Certainly a unique point of commonality, wouldn't you say?
That's true.
Yeah.
Is that why you appointed him as Imperial Chancellor?
It's true that I felt an affinity with him. However, the most important factor was his negotiation of the ceasefire with Liberl. The events of Hamel wounded my heart deeply, but I knew I could not allow them to be made. He managed to get both the 4 great houses and Liberl to concede to his terms and put the 100 Days' War to an end. And so rose the first common-born Imperial Chancellor.
Now I understand. But in the 13 years since he became Chancellor, a lot has changed. The nobles have lost power, while he's only gotten stronger. And he's using that power to steer Erebonia in a dangerous direction.
Yeah.
With all due respect, I don't think it's right to sit back and let him continue.
I understand your concern. Olivert's as well. Olivert is more concerned for his brother and sister's futures than anyone. In that respect, he sees the Chancellor as a bigger threat than the nobles do. However, things are not so simple. Regarding myself and the Chancellor, tragedies like Hamel, at times, this nation will make the most tragically foolish decisions. During the War of the Lions, the brothers of the royal family spilled each other's blood and pulled the nation into their feud. The history of Erebonia is smeared with blood and alight with flames, more than any other country.
He's right. Deception is an important tool in politics and war, but the thought of killing your own people as an excuse to invade another country.
As a teacher of history, I'm sure you have your own thoughts on this matter. So tell me, do you know the people of Erebonia to have a crewman?
No. The people of Erebonia are sincere and value honor and pride. They think highly of martial skill, but know it is a virtue to use it only when absolutely necessary. The incidents you spoke of, it's almost as though a devil had been whispering in their ear.
Precisely. There is something in Erebonia. Something which bends people's minds and steers them toward chaos. Perhaps it could be called a curse. One that has been with us since the founding of this nation. If you've read the Black Records, you may have some idea what I speak of.
The Black Records?
Black Records, yeah.
It would seem the church is seeking them out, but the original writings are in the imperial family's possession. Only those who succeed the throne are permitted to read them. They are records of the truth of this nation's history, and a prophecy of its future. An inevitable future, no doubt. I'm certain any attempts to avoid it will only cause things to become further warped and twisted. That is one of the reasons I am not putting a stop to the Chancellor's actions.
Sure, I don't know all the details, but both the Chancellor and His Highness understand the situation fully. Yet they...
And so, I plan to not avert my eyes and watch to the end.
Huh?
As the ruler of Erebonia, the empire mired in darkness and founded under a curse, I shall watch my sons, the Crimson Wings, the new light of the nobility, and Class VII, both old and new, to see if any of them can overcome the iron will of the Chancellor and light the way to a new path for this nation.
Wow.
I promise to give everything I have to find this new path. Not just as a member of Class VII, but on behalf of Thors Military Academy and all its students and graduates.
You're aware that would include both myself and the Chancellor, yes? But all the same, well said.
Indeed, Rean. Good job. Wow.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what you two spoke about, but I trust it was well worth the time.
Yes, most definitely.
Precisely. There is something in Erebonia. Something which bends people's minds and steers them toward chaos.
Rean.
It's nothing. Major, can I ask you something?
Finished with your chat?
Osborne.
Your Excellency.
It would appear you want no need to speak with me about something. I can't take too much time out of my schedule, but I have a room prepared. Shall we?
Huh.
Yes, let's go.
And a maid leaves. Lecter? Ash?
Where are you headed, Ash? I gotta take a piss. Wanna join me?
I think I'll pass.
What are you up to, Ash?
But let me say this. Don't so much as think about sneaking out.
Huh?
I admit it's a bit nerve-wracking, but this truly is a special event. We should all enjoy it together as Class VII.
Who would have guessed the pretty boy was just as big of a nag as that wild filly? Maybe somewhere along the line, I'll let those guys get to me.
Probably.
Oh, is something the matter, sir?
Oh, yeah, I was just on my way back from the bathroom, but I noticed something strange.
Something strange, sir?
Yeah, it's just around the corner here.
Ash?
I believe this will be the first time we've been able to speak one-on-one like this. Since, of course, that day 14 years ago.
His Majesty told me. General Craig, too.
So I've heard. His Majesty knows the truth of my circumstances, more or less. Craig and Van Dyke, on the other hand, only know the facts that float on the surface. They remain in the dark as to what truly happened to Brigadier General Gileath Osborne.
Then will you tell me? What happened 14 years ago? Why did you leave me? Why did you leave your son? Why did you become a completely different person?
Yeah.
You trampled over everything in your way, robbed the people of their pride and independence, and planted the seeds of the Civil War. After what you did to Jirai, you annexed Crossbelt and North Ambria, and now you're planning a war with Calvard. At the same time, you're working with the Black Workshop and trying to bring all the darkest parts of the world toward the surface. What are you... No. Why are you doing this?
It sounds as though you've figured a great many things out on your own. First, allow me to commend you for not being consumed by your false hero's title. Very well. I shall start with your first question. After I lost Kasha, I left you in Ymir, and 3 months later His Majesty bid me investigate the Hamel incident. Afterward, I went to negotiate with the Queen of Liberl. The Queen agonized over the decision, but I knew she wanted peace as soon as possible. Eventually, she agreed to the terms of the ceasefire. The noble officers behind everything, led by Lecter's father, were given the death penalty, and the 4 great houses were put in check, all in a single month. In recognition of my accomplishment, His Majesty appointed me Chancellor. I'm grateful to Teo. He accepted my request not to reveal anything to you. But at the same time, it meant I had to sever my ties to both you and him. As a revolutionary, taking on the 4 great houses, I needed to be on my own. I couldn't have anything holding me back.
So her name was Kasha, the woman who gave birth to me.
Once I became Chancellor, I crushed those who opposed me, expanded our railway network, and garnered even more power. Behind the scenes, I also made deals with Ouroboros and joined forces with the Black Workshop. After the incident in Liberl, I cut ties with the Snakes and robbed them of the Black Workshop's loyalty. Then, 2 years ago, I used Rufus to fell the Noble Alliance from within. And ultimately, I stole Ouroboros' phantasmal blaze plan right out from under them.
What even is the Phantasmal Blaze plan? And what are you planning to do with it?
That is
By
a
this
question
point,
indeed.
it's safe to say Ouroboros' goal is no different from their gospel plan in Liberl. The acquisition of Adios' treasures, the Septarian. In Crossbell, they used the false phantasm to awaken the blaze in Erebonia. But the prize they seek is more than simply that blaze.
Wait. The dark one?
This dark land once housed 2 treasures. The clash between the 2 of them resulted in the creation of the Great One. All the people, things, and history of Erebonia are inexorably entangled in its blessings and its curse. I'm sure you've been able to deduce that much from certain historical documents you've been reading.
What are you?
Pardon me, Your Excellency. The Emperor is calling for you.
Understood.
And time's up.
That shall be all for now.
Wait! We're not done yet! There's so much more I need to ask! How did you survive being shot through the heart? Are you the same as the Jaeger King, the Steel Maiden, and Siegfried? Or does it have something to do with the scar on my chest and this power I have?
14 years ago, when we were attacked, your heart was punctured by debris. Kasha, your mother, she begged me to save you. So, I made the decision.
Which is?
To give my heart to my son. That is the reason Crow Armbrush shot to my chest did not find its mark. I'll leave the rest for you to figure out. It's the same riddle I've given to the Ironbloods. Major, escort him back to the venue. Our gallant hero seems a bit disoriented at the moment.
I don't blame him. Wow. Wait, but what happened with Ash, though? Ash? What are you planning?
A resin gun that fires gunpowder bullets? Can't be found by metal detectors. Everything falling into place like this is way too convenient. I don't like it. Well, I guess beggars can't be choosers.
Ash, what are you doing? Is this all a block cutscene? Jeez.
I know His Excellency isn't a normal person, but I believe somewhere deep down he still cares for you.
Huh?
Myself, Lecter, Milliam, likely even Rufus as well. His Excellency has personally lent his help to each of us. It's possible he thought of us as a replacement for you.
Thank you. I'll try to sort through all this, somehow.
Rean! Instructor Rean!
I heard His Majesty called you in to speak with him?
Chancellor Osborne as well.
You spoke with both of them?
You're looking a little bit green around the gills there.
She's right. What happened?
I can't talk about it. All I can say is that nothing is over yet. And something's about to begin. Once this party's over, can we all get together and talk?
Yes, of course. I think I can better explain what's going on behind the scenes now.
If time permits, I'll tell you all about my circumstances too.
We can come too, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
We're all in the same boat at this point.
You too, Toa. Of course. I'll be there.
Where's Ash?
Huh?
I don't see him anywhere nearby.
Wasn't he talking with you earlier, Kurt?
Yes, he said he needed to use the restroom, though that was some time ago.
Is it happening?
Lecter! Claire!
So that's how the Orphan of Hammel's gonna be used, huh?
He was an orphan of Hamel.
Claire! Milliam! With me!
Let's follow them.
Oh, where is everyone headed?
Did something happen?
Please wait here. I'll go ask.
Rufus.
He certainly doesn't change.
Ah, but that's what makes him him. He's a warrior with an iron will, ready to put his life on the line. It's comforting to know such a person is our leader.
Well, well. It would appear you're already fitting in as a member of the group.
You're an Iron Blood? What? So many revelations earlier. Ash, don't do anything stupid, please.
I plan to make this announcement during the summer festival.
I can't imagine it will be easy. But knowing you, you're already well prepared.
You're too kind.
Pardon the intrusion.
You are...
Ash Carbide of Thors Branch Campus, Class VII. The third survivor of Heimdallr. What have you come here for?
Heimdallr. So it comes back to that yet again.
My left eye's aching real bad. Been that way since I was a kid.
Why?
That scene is burned into it.
Oh.
Even years later, when I was taking care of my mom, I kept hearing the voice. Kill the vile one. Kill the vile one. The Jaegers that attacked the town were slaughtered. You executed all the masterminds. Heimdallr's name was wiped off the map. You're the one who let this happen, Emperor. Maybe the Queen of Laburl is just as guilty for keeping quiet. Or maybe the other two, for running away and leaving me for dead. Or even that scarecrow guy, the son of the mastermind. Hey, tell me.
Ash?
Who do I gotta kill to get rid of all this pain?
The curse. Yes, this is the sacrifice from the prophecy. It is only fitting it be me. But don't aim for my heart. That won't do you any good. Aim here. It would be your best chance of killing me. If there is any chance at all.
Ash? Don't do this, Ash.
Ash, was it? It won't work on him. He's no human. I have my doubts he's even capable of dying.
Your Majesty.
I don't want this young man's actions to be wasted. Ash. I am the one responsible for Heimdallr. Let your years of suffering end with me.
Emperor?
Why the hell would you?
Ash, don't. Ash?
What?
Huh?
Damn it! He needs medical attention!
Father! The princess! Be strong, Your Highness.
Get the medics! He's lost too much blood! Careful moving him!
Is he the one responsible?
Yes. Unfortunately.
I thought we'd captured all the Calvardian agents. Is there a chance he was one of them?
A Verne Company gun made with resin parts. It would not have been found by a metal detector. Unfortunately. I cannot deny the possibility.
That's what they're gonna do to wage the war. They used Ash. They controlled and manipulated him. Oh my god. What just happened? Oh. Ash? What? Oh, my mind. Ash, why? They manipulated him. That's what they wanted. They wanted that to happen so they can wage war on Calvard. They're using him as a scapegoat. Damn it. Whew. Wow, this episode was very uplifting and then just ended with a bang. No pun intended. I'm going to leave this here. I am drained. This episode has drained my emotions. So I hope you guys are enjoying these videos, because last episode and this was super chill, and then the end is just like that. If you guys are enjoying the videos, please leave a like and share. That always helps out. Subscribe to become part of the Moonlight Army today. Click that bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. If you guys want to stalk me on my social medias, the links will be in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, take care guys. Bye-bye.